Yeah. So this is like an overbranded packet. It's just, this is how we talk about where we want it to be. This is like how strong the Y is, how strong you're pushing up on this throttle. The XZ is like how much you're like rotating. The roll and the pitch were like this. Excuse me, we're like this, and this is pitch, and then this is roll. And this time. And this time is how we do that packet exploration thing that I was talking about earlier. And this is what's sent over the Panda interface. So you send this thing. At the same time, it's like one string. This is all it is, and you send that to the Pi, and the Pi updates the PWM devices, those little chips, and tells it to send the appropriate amount of like throttle. So you have these two ways to talk to the Pi. These programs, again, all they do is send that Mamba format string over to the Pi over the internet. We receive them, and then we update those small chips that we talked about earlier to send the appropriate amount of current through them so that the remote can handle sending the wireless communications back to the drone. So as I described earlier, the drone remote, which isn't as pictured, it looks like this. Let me turn up the brightness on this. It looks like this. This was taken apart, and we wired in physically the cables appropriate to emulate those switches that were in here. So we have cables that, we have chips. We have like tiny chips in here that were allowing us to basically pretend that we were still the joysticks inside of this controller. And that's what we meant when we said we mated the drone remote to a Raspberry Pi. And then the drones, which literally, like, these are straight out of the box drones, like legitimately straight out of the box drones. And then we added like one of these, I don't even know what these are called. One of these little pad things so that we could add this cotton thing to sit on top. And the cotton sits on top, and that's what we track using the Xbox 360 Kinect. And that's sort of the whole project. So the reason that it's like this particular shade of green is because we track it using openCV, using like the hue of it. So we look for that hue in the room, and we sort of assert that that's where the drone is. And then we use that based on like if it goes up or down, we're able to say, hey, the drone went up or down, and our algorithm can be like, hey, the drone is going further away from our position or the target position in some direction, and we can compensate for that automatically. Cool. All right, so that's the system overview. It's pretty cool. I like it. I like the way that we designed it in that it could be used with the PS4 controller or the actual system. It allowed us to test this layer without having to have built this entire layer already as well. I'd show you flying. Kind of hard to fly while I'm recording. Anyway, check me out next time. Thanks for popping in, checking out this channel. Hope to see more cool stuff like this. Peace.